Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me. I know it's been a really long time since my last episode, but we finally have some new games coming out, and I'm very excited. So today, we are going to talk about Ghost of Tsushima. Man, I love this game. And let's just get into
Ghost of Tsushima. Tsushima. Whatever. I'm a hillbilly. Forgive me, please. What do I love about this game? I think we have to talk about it in three different parts. Let's start with my favorite part, the combat. I love the combat and the mechanics of this game. Now, I will admit that there was a learning curve. It probably took me about 10 hours of gameplay before I got used to it, and I think even after that, when I'd go over to something that I was used to, and I'd come back, I would still accidentally hit the wrong button for the first couple of minutes. Like, R2 as an action button was just really strange at first. But it works really well in this game. I don't want that to become standardized, but it works really well in this game. I also love how easy they made it to switch between your different weapons and stances. There are 4 stances, each one helps with a specific type of enemy, and they make it very easy to switch between that or your different ghost weapons, which allow you to have a little bit of an edge in combat, like the kunai are specifically useful. Here you actually see a duel. And the thing about the duels where you're not allowed to use your ghost weapons, you have to use your sword techniques. So you have to use your stances. At this point I only have the stone stance. You have to use dodges and parries. And by combining these things in these duels, you can win. Even when you're, like me, still on the learning curve. Or still trying to learn, whatever you want to say. Now, early on, as you're killing the leaders, this is how you unlock the different stances. And I'm very happy they did this and they locked these stances behind the leaders, because this way, it gives you time to learn one stance and switching between the different stances and what one is good for versus another one is good for. This really helps you start to learn how to use them properly. And it gives you enough time in between them that you get that chance to learn, but not so much time that you really are feeling like it's a grind to get the stances. I also love that they have hidden techniques locked into the mythic quest, like this one is the Heavenly Slash. It's one of my favorite techniques. It's used very often throughout the game. And I really do recommend trying to find all those mythic quests if you're going to play the game. Here, you can see that I've really started to get the hang of the different things. I'm starting to switch between stuff quicker. I'm starting to kill the enemies really before they can do too much damage to me. Carts are always a great these carts are always a great place to find some extra supply, by the way. And, you know what? I think this is a good place to switch in to this second part I wanted to talk about, the collectibles. So here you saw me follow a golden finch to one of the side quests. The Tales of Tsushima, there are quite a few of them, and it's easy to miss them, but they're worth doing for the most part. Some of them are a little depressing, but they're worth doing. I mean, if there's a war-torn land, it makes sense. And that's something I love about this land. It's so beautifully made, but a lot of these stories are dark, let's say. So here you see me following a fox to an Inari shrine. I love following the foxes. Easily one of my favorite things to do in the game. Because if you're lucky, you're going to follow the fox, and then you're going to get a cool little cutscene where you can pet the fox. But this isn't the only collectibles. There's also a few other ones. Now, I like the Inari shrines. They at first give you some extra charm slots, which you can slot in to help your playstyle. And later on, they just give you extra charms or power up your charms. A charm, I should say. Now, I don't want to go too much into the other collectibles, but let's just say that you level up using more of the collectibles in this game. You do get points as you kind of earn the reputation as becoming the ghost, but you level up your resolve and your health through 2 of the collectibles. So I do think the collectibles are worth doing for that, but they can be a bit of a grind. More than a little bit of a grind, to be honest. there were a couple of times where I was just like, where is this last one? I want to finish the game. In fact, it's because of the collectibles that this episode's so late. I wanted to get it out last week, and I just ended up going for the platinum in the game, and to get all the collectibles took me a couple of extra days. Now let's go ahead and talk about the story. The story is kind of interesting, because I'm going to say that it's pretty cliche. But I don't think it's bad. I know that's kind of weird, but the truth of the matter is I really enjoyed just kind of living out this old samurai cliche movie. I really kind of enjoyed the whole sneaking around and killing people with assassinations, which wasn't very samurai. I know that's more ninja, but I did a lot of that. I really enjoyed the duels. I really enjoyed the fights. I really enjoyed your relationship with your uncle and how you see that evolve. I just thought all of it was done really, really well. But you could see a lot of the parts coming a mile away. And I think one mission of this game really exemplifies that. And I don't want to go into too much detail because it's a big spoiler. But there's this one part where you're about to attack a major Mongol camp. And something happens, which essentially you know now there's a death coming. It's very obvious. So, I knew this guy was gonna die about 20 minutes out, but when it happened in such a way that it actually gave me a little bit of a chill down my spine. It was actually really well done, really well executed, and it makes you hate these guys on a level you didn't before. I really like that. I really thought they did this well. So overall, guys, I gotta say, everything coming together in this game, how all of it works, giving you the freedom to attack as an honorable samurai or a dishonorable shinobi. And I don't even know who would be shinobi. I don't know what Jin is, but Jin Sakai is awesome. And yes, you do play as Jin Sakai, last member of the Sakai clan, in case I didn't say that. How they give you the freedom to really approach the different missions. How every time I failed a mission or I died, I felt like it was my fault. Okay, one caveat to that. There was one time where one of the companions you were helping out dies. That was totally not my fault. He could have taken those guys. I've seen him take worse. That was not my fault. For the most part, if I died, it was on me. And I felt like it was on me. And I died a lot. I'm not going to even try to deny it. I died all the time in this game. As everything starts coming together, as you really start to enjoy the game and you learn the different techniques and you grow as a player, learning how to change your stances for what kind of character, that's where the game really shines.
There you have it. Those are all my thoughts on Ghost of Tsushima, guys. I really did enjoy this game. I think it's worth going for the platinum in this game. You can do it in one playthrough. That makes me think that there's not a lot of variation in the story. I think we're all going to have pretty much the same story, but it is a fun story. So, with that, guys, I'll say thank you all for watching. Please consider liking, maybe subscribe if you're new and you liked what you saw. Perhaps share this if you have a friend who's on the fence about Ghost of Tsushima. Totally worth playing. And if I'm being honest, if you grab it now or when it's on sale in a few months, probably not that much of a difference. Still, though, if you are considering it, I would say great game, fantastic game, and let's be honest here, with the dry spell we've had this year, we could all use some good games. Thank you all for watching, and consider liking if you enjoyed this video. Bye, guys.